All right, here we have the Kenner Diecast line. A lot of these are dated, 78, but I believe the first wave released in 79, a year after the movie came out. This one is one I'm definitely ecstatic to show off because I recently added something very substantial to the collection. Those of you who know. We'll start with the X-Wing, released in the first wave. Mine's a little beat up. The paint on these isn't going to be perfect because they are quite old. This one is, the date is 78 on this one, released in 79. I always loved these little die-cast guys. They always had so many features that very admirable for the time. The wings actually snap open, as pointed out by Budget Jedi in his video about this line. So they don't close while you're, flying it around. They snap shut too as well, so they don't open when you don't want them to. Very intelligent design there. I wish more X-Wings of the now times did that. All of these are going to be as complete as, as possible. Some of them are missing a few things, and there's not much I can do about it. Specifically one of them. The canopy on the X-Wing opens. There's a really funny story about how I got this canopy. Originally, when I bought this, it didn't have one. And canopies were going for like, $60 on eBay for just the canopy alone, because this gets lost so much. I was actually, I was at the Third Planet comic shop in Houston, and there happened to be a completely crapped out version of this for like $3 under one of the display cases, and it had this canopy. And, my dad and I asked, is this $3? And they're like, yeah. And so we just bought it right there for $3, took the canopy off and put it on this one. And now we have a complete X-Wing. Definitely looks better with the canopy on it. All right. And then we'll do the Millennium Falcon here next. I call it Falcon because that's what Han says in the movies. This Falcon is in great shape. I definitely wanted this one in as good a shape as possible. Just a great representation of this ship for the time. I love the rotating quad cannon. That rocks. It's not on both sides, but one of these is just a snap-fitted plastic piece. The top is die-cast. You can see a little brown Han and Chewie in there. And then you have the rotating turret, or radar dish. It's a little wiggly, but they're all like that. I'm just glad to have the dish. And then the landing gear actually snaps in place like that. And it's not accurate. There's supposed to be a landing gear here and here, I believe, but it does the job. Onto the Vader TIE fighter. It's oddly, I believe, to include this feature where you can pull out the little Vader figure. He's sitting there in his little chair. They just kind of left off like 50% of the ship. There's supposed to be a U shape back here that's just missing, so they could have this feature. The wings, come off. Oh God, I've been shot down. Woe is me. That means that all the TIE fighters have wiggly wings because they all come off, and that's just the nature of these toys. I believe this came out with the first wave. I'm not sure. I've been collecting these for so long, I'm not sure, when each one came out. Over here we have the Luke's Landspeeder. Very good condition. I just recently got this one. This one is dated 78, yep, just as the others. This one has bouncy wheels, like the bigger one, meaning it rolls pretty well. This one I made sure to get complete with the windshield. It's a little fogged up, but I'm not going to risk breaking it by cleaning it. The Luke and C-3PO figures are in great shape. Only a couple chips. That's all you can ask for, right there. And then on to the Star Destroyer. Mine's got a couple odd nicks like that. I'm not really sure how that happened, but it was like that when I got it. You can see the bridge section is definitely plastic. It's a completely different color than the paint. This one really attracts a lot of dirt, but you know, for the time, it's a pretty great representation of a Star Destroyer. No paint on the engines, but it is definitely admirable how close they got to the movies with these little die-cast ships. And then the coolest feature of this thing, actually the only feature of this thing, is the opening hangar bay there with a tiny little unpainted Tantive 4. I know that Star Wars guy says it's Tantive V4, but it's okay to be wrong. I love that it comes with this cute little ship, so you can reenact the scene where it gets swallowed up in that little hangar there, and it's just held on by those two little metal fins. This is a little tip for you. If your fins don't do a good job keeping this in place, you're supposed to like slot it in between those two. You can very carefully take a pair of pliers and wrap it in some like paper towel and just kind of gently squeeze them together, and that'll give it a lot more grip on the Tantive 4. It just kind of slots in there. Very cool, cute little feature that I love that they included. They could just as easily have not. Okay, on to the Y-Wing. I believe this came out in the Empire Strikes Back line. This is a very accurate molding of it. This is what the Y-Wing looks like. Not sure why it's red. It may have been based off of concept art. You can see mine's a bit banged up. This is one of the first ones I got like 6 years ago. So it's seen better days, and you'll see any collectors know, damn, no bomb. You're supposed to press this droid down, and there's a little red bomb that'll come shooting out of there. I have not been able to find one loose for a good price. There's a little bit of schmutz there I gotta clean off, but I'm terrified of chipping the paint more than it already is. The landing gear folds up like that. This landing gear is molded in. You'll see the engines are a little wiggly, and you know that denotes boom. And then this one will go spinning out. You can do your little destruction. They both do that. They actually retain pretty well. They don't want to come out that easy. And it's a cute little action feature. It's funny to me, these are actually rotated the wrong way. They're supposed to be like that, the little beams there, but they're rotated like this. So again, it may have been a concept art thing, but the gun also moves 360 degrees. Pretty accurate. The gun actually does look like that in the movie. Maybe a little bigger than it is in the movie, but that is what it looks like. And you can see there's little guys in there. These are all a little dusty from being on the shelf for so long. Here's the TIE Fighter. These are notoriously wiggly. You'll see mine don't seem to be wiggling, and that's because this was bought years and years ago when I was a youngin', and I actually broke the solar panels off to where I couldn't repair them, so I just glued them on. So I do definitely have to replace this, but at least here we can look at the, actually, just noticed that I glued this in. I don't know why I did that, but I guess, if it's already broken, why not? These wings do pop off just like the Vader one, and you can do your little, destruction thing. And you would pull this out, and there is actually a Darth Vader, the same figure as the other one. So they had Darth Vader flying a normal TIE Fighter for some reason. I guess, they didn't know what a TIE Fighter pilot was yet. On to the Snowspeeder. This is a very good one in terms of, replicating what's on screen. This is a very good model of what you see on screen. Of course, it's got its little landing gear. The paint on this one is pretty much immaculate. You can see there's a couple chips, but this is what you're looking for if you're collecting things as old as this. I believe this was 1980, yep. So probably released in 81. Not exactly sure, just correct me if I'm wrong. The body of this is actually supposed to flow into this little grill here, but I guess they just decided not to do that. So it just kind of abruptly sticks out there. But, it looks all right. Definitely very heavily resembles the Snowspeeder from the film. You can see here. I like to assume that this is Luke and Dak Router. Poor bastard. This little gun moves. So it's got two features. It's got the gun and then the landing gear. Very good representation of the Snowspeeder. And then we got the star of the show that all the collectors have been eyeballing the whole video. Mine's not in perfect shape, but hell, I'm just happy to have one in general. It's in better shape than a lot of the ones I've seen. This is the TIE Bomber. If you don't know, this is absolutely the rarest of the entire line. One of the rarest things Kenner ever produced. That's a long line of rare stuff. There you got your things like your rocket-firing Boba Fett that, of course are well out of my reach. But this one definitely was attainable, so I went for it. It's a little yellowed. I'm afraid to treat it because it's so old. I may just bake it in UV and see if I can help it along a little bit. No features on this one except the wings do pop off like that. I really should refrain from doing that. I'm terrified of breaking this. But the little peg just kind of goes in there like that. And it means the body is really heavy, so it kind of slumps down a little bit. If you want to see. There's actually, I believe, a snowtrooper piloting it for some reason. Whatever. It works. This one is extremely rare, so I just want to give you guys a good look at it. You got your, I believe those are the engines. Painted green and red for whatever reason. This is, I believe, where the bombs come out. There's a look at the back. Look at the top. Yeah, this one definitely, I could set aside the funds to pick this one up. I'm very proud to have this one in my collection. It's the main reason I wanted to show this off. I could do without the paint chips, but there really is no fixing that. Not gonna compromise the integrity of this original collector's item. But there you go. There's the whole Kenner Diecast line. Well, I am missing the, I believe the Slave 1 and the Cloud Car. Still gotta get those. But this is roughly all of them. It's a little weird to have the rarest one be the, not the last one that you pick up. But, I saw a deal, so I stole it.